Hey you guys, I had a change of plans this morning concerning my work, my job, so I decided I was going to do a video, and the theme of this video is finding my joy, and I've been thinking of this theme for probably a week or more. But as I've told you guys in the past, before I do any spell work at all, but before I do a video, I always meditate. And I do that because I want to ground, I want to cleanse, I want to clear my mind of any negativity or anything that I had going on, previously. I don't want to bring, my home problems. I don't want to bring what I'm trying to figure out for supper. I don't want to have anything on my mind except the theme of our video. And I sat down and I meditated. And when I do this, I always call out to the goddess and I ask her to please assist me and to show me the path that I need to be on concerning, a video. And when I have something in mind, I will tell her, being that she already knows, but I will tell her, and then I will kind of explain to her why I've decided on this theme and what it means to me, because, most everything that I discuss with you guys is something that is affecting me, my personal life, my day-to-day life. And if it isn't affecting me currently, it has affected me at some point in time. And that's what I did, just like I always do. I meditated and I brought it to the goddess. And the energies that I received and the feelings that I picked up on are what I say, is her trying to communicate with me, telling me in her way what she wants me to do, what I need to do, what I'm going to do, because I do obey my goddess, and I suggest that you do the same. But this thing, is something that, I want to do. I want to get my joy back. It's not that I'm unhappy. It's not that I'm depressed, but it could be those things for, certain people, but it could also be just the fact that, you're happy. You don't have, anything that's like a impending, doom that's on your life at the moment, but you're just kind of, you're living life. You're just, your day to day, you've basically, you've come to a rut. You're getting up every day, you're going to work, you're going through the motions. And I know that's part of life, and I know that we're adults and we have to work, we have to, live our day-to-day life. But along the way, we shouldn't allow ourselves to forget, what it is to have joy in our life. We shouldn't allow ourselves to become numb or just, like a zombie. You're getting up each morning and you're just going through the motions. You're going through the motions. And, like I said, I know we're adults and I know that's, the way of the world. But why not remember what it's like to be happy? Why not let's take a moment and learn a few things that could help us find our joy, because like I've said before, we all are worthy, we all are capable of being happy, and we all deserve to be happy. The goddess loves us and she wants us to be happy. Love and happiness, these types of emotion are fueled by pure positive energy, and that's what we want in our life. That's what we need in our life. And that's what we deserve. So today our theme is finding our joy. And let's get started. I've got an incense. And this incense is called Bed of Roses, and, you know, the name's pretty, you know, descriptive of what it is, and it's a rose dipped incense. It's hand dipped is what I'm trying to say to you guys, but it was made by a lady here in my hometown, and excuse me, I've started buying a lot of incense from her because I like the homemade, you know, the handmade, you know, the things that people make with love. I prefer those, but, you know, sometimes we have to use what we have, what we are able to get. So we're going to use this rose infused incense to clear our space, and in a moment I will also explain to you why I chose the rose one. But I've also got a few stones picked out, and those stones are citrine and sunstone. And the reason I'm going to go ahead and start talking about the stones is because this incense that I chose, one of the main reasons I chose the rose incense is because sunstone actually works very well with rose petals, rose essential oil, you know, and it doesn't have to be roses per se. It could be any type of flowering plant, but roses are really, you know, they're the one that just set those sunstone properties off. So I chose the rose incense to clear our space, and also I'm going to allow it to continue burning in the background because, you know, this is a offering of sorts, you know, and it's also a tool that we'll use, which will, you know, enhance our work. It will enhance, you know, what we're trying to accomplish. And that is, you know, that's the best part of magic, is being able to use tools and ingredients and things like that, because you can always make magic yours. You can always tweak it to be what you need it to be, what you want it to be. But if you have no ingredients and you have no tools, have no fear, because, you know, you have everything within you. Everything is in your heart. And, you know, like I said, if you don't have these things to use or you can't get them, you know, don't fret. Don't, you know, let your work, you know, suffer because of ingredients and because of tools, because intention is key. And like I always tell you guys, if you believe, you will receive. And, you know, your belief, that's your faith in your craft. Your belief, that energy, that's what fuels it all. You know, that's what fuels your intention. And, you know, the intention is key. So I just want to clear our space. And if I was sitting here with you face to face, I would start at the top of your head, and I would go down your shoulders, your arms. I would go down your sides, your legs, around your feet, back up the inside of your legs, being respectful, back down to your other foot, up your leg, your side, your arm, your shoulder, and back over your head. I would cleanse your entire aura, and then I would cleanse the space that we are working in. And I do this simply to cleanse it of negativity. And, you know, also, like I said, the tools and the ingredients that we're using just enhance, you know, our spell work. So I just kind of wanted to explain that to you guys as if you didn't already know. And I'm just going to leave our incense over here to burn. And like I said, I brought some stones, and I'm sure you guys knew I would, but I just simply brought a few tumbled stones, polished tumbled, and those are actually my favorite to work with because, you know, you're holding them in your hand, you know, just the feel of them, the sound of them, all of these things, you know, just intertwine. And, you know, energy comes from everything. Energy can be accomplished, you know, by every action. So, you know, tapping on the stones, you know, working with the ASMR, you know, type of vibe, and, you know, feeling the things, you know, and it all comes together to make your magic that much more intense. But moving on, I brought some sunstone. I'll show you those first. And like I said, they're just little small tumbled stones. You don't have to have big, giant, you know, massive stones. You can have little small baby stones, because size does not matter with crystal healing or with, you know, energy work using stones. That does not matter. What matters is the properties, you know, whatever property that you are in need of, and whatever property that stone possesses, that's what matters. And, you know, if you have a little stone and you feel that that stone just doesn't have enough of what you need, you know, add a piece of clear quartz with it, you know, because it's an amplifier. You can always, you know, tweak your spell work. You can always tweak your energy work, you know, make it your own. You can make it work. The intention is what matters. The intention is key. And if in your heart you have these two small stones, and you truly believe that these stones, you know, that these properties they possess are gonna work, you believe it with every fiber of your being, these stones will work, you know. But I brought the sunstone because sunstone is great because it cleans and clears all the chakras, every one of them. And it restores joy. It's a happy stone. It is also a great stone to help you, you know, have creativity. You know, if you're trying to accomplish a task and you need to come up with new ideas, or you need to think of ways to restore your joy, sunstone is a great stone for that. If you are trying to, you know, maybe with work, with your, you know, your coven, your family, whatever it is, if you're seeking to have stronger leadership skills, sunstone is great for that. Another thing is the colors. You know, I believe that colors, you know, just as, you know, the smell of something, the properties a stone or herb possess, you know, all of those things enhance our spell work, and colors coordinate with our spell work as well, you know. And the color of a sunstone, to me, it depends on the stone. They're all different, but it's an orange or a peachy, yellowish orange, and, you know, yellows and orange, you know, and browns. Those types of colors are associated with happiness. And not to mention, here in the States, you know, in my state, it is the fall, autumn. So, you know, it's autumn colors as well, but I'm more or less, you know, I'm leaning toward the colors of happiness. But just when I look at these stones, I think of the leaves falling from the trees. And let me stop, I'm going to get sidetracked, you guys, I know. Then we have citrine, and it depends on what type of citrine that you're using, and I'm not even going to go into that because, like I just pointed out, I know I can get sidetracked, so we're just going to use this citrine that I have. And if you want to look up the different types of citrine and how it is made into these different types, just look it up, because I'm not going to get sidetracked. Or I say I'm not. But citrine, it's a good one because it never needs to be cleansed. you can take and put out a little tray of stones and add a few pieces of citrine throughout it to, you know, cleanse your other stones. But the good thing about the citrine, you can work with it and work with it and work with it, and it never needs to be cleansed. And those are some of the best stones because, like I said, with the day-to-day grind, sometimes we're tired, we forget, we don't have time. So that's just another little plus of the property of citrine, is it never has to be cleansed. But citrine is a really good stone if you are trying to de-stress. If you want to get stress out of your life, citrine is really good for that. And it is one of those happy stones. And as you see, the coloring, it's a yellow with some white, but yellow is like the international color of happiness. You know, just think of the happy face, you know, the happy face emoji, you know, it's big, bright, yellow face, and it signifies happiness. And that's what we are trying to achieve, is to get our joy back, our happiness. And another good thing about citrine is an abundance stone, which, you know, abundance is, you know, a great deal of something, whether it's a great deal of money, a great deal of happiness, a great deal of, you know, knowledge, strength, courage, whatever it is that you need in abundance of, citrine is the stone for that. And these stones, both of these stones are good to help you with creativity. If you are trying to pick up more sexual energy in your relationship or your life, you know, these stones are good for that. But, you know, there's different things that we can do to make us happy. And for some people, you know, that is one of their happy things, is sex. And then there's food, there's music. Some people write, some people read. And, you know, these are things that you can also use as a release. You know, when you get stressed, when you feel like you're gonna blow, it's all just piling on you, and you want your joy back, but you feel like you are at your wit's end. You need a release. And like I said, everyone's different, you know, and some people may, you know, turn to sex and get their release that way. Some people may read a book and get their imagination going and get a release that way. Some people may cook, you know, some people may enjoy eating, some people may write poetry, some people may just go for a walk in the woods. You know, there's different ways. And if you don't know what it is you like to do, or what makes you happy, or how to get your release, I suggest you try some new things. And, you know, start small and work your way up. And believe me, when you find that thing that makes you feel happy, that gives you joy, you will get your release. And when you get your release, it is just that. You're just letting it go. And once you do that, it's like you will be overcome with joy. You know, I guess you could say orgasmic type of joy, but that's exactly what it is. You know, you'll get that release, you'll just let it all go, and then you'll have a wave of happiness, calmness, peace, whatever it is you're in need of. That's what you'll get, and you will feel so much better. It'll just be like, and you'll feel so much better, and then you'll feel content. And once you feel that, you know, you feel content, you'll know you had your release. You'll know that you're getting your joy back. And I mean, it's really not hard to do. We make it hard. And I also brought my Jasper tower, and I'm known for using my towers as wands, and that's what I wanted to do really quickly, because jasper is very grounding, it's very protective, and you know, it's one of those stones, it's a long acting stone, meaning if I use this today and just, you know, go in there and, you know, break up some of that, you know, negative energy that you've got trapped in your aura and unstop some of these blockages from your chakras, this stone being jasper, it will continue to work, meaning you'll keep flowing, your energy will keep flowing, but it's slow acting. It's long acting and it's slow acting, meaning it will keep flowing slowly but surely, but it will be flowing for just a good while longer. And you know, you'll know when you need to go in there and loosen things up and clear your chakras again. And you can do it yourself. You can get someone to do an energy session, you know, with you. Or when I'm alone, I'll sit down in front of the mirror, and that is a good way to work when you're alone also, because you have your focus point, which is you, a person. You can look within your eyes, you can focus on your face, and you know, you'll have your chakra points, they'll be visible. You know, it's easier to work that way. And not only that, you can say some affirmations while you're there. And what I like to do is I'll just look in the mirror and I'll start going in there and I'll just start moving things around, getting all my energy flowing again, and, you know, just clearing out some of this negativity. And, you know, if you need to, you can just pull it out and use your wand, use your crystal. If you don't have, you know, a crystal to use, you know, go outside and find you a nice piece of wood or branch or stick, make you a homemade wand. You know, if you want to, use your finger of power, you know, and that's something you may want to look up as well. But use your finger, and it's always your index finger. That is your finger of power, and that can be used as a wand, and that's an extension of you. And just look into that too, you guys. But as I'm sitting here and I'm trying to get my energy going, and once it starts flowing, you'll feel it. You may feel lightheaded, your cheeks may start to burn, your nose may start running a little, you may sneeze, you may get a little tickle in your throat, your tummy might growl, you might yawn, your hands or feet might start tingling. Everyone's different, but you will feel some type of sensation, and then you'll know that things are starting to loosen up and they're starting to flow. And as you're sitting here doing this and you feel that, you'll know that you're well on your way of getting your joy back. And it's so very simple, you guys. You can do it right by yourself, all alone. You don't need any fancy tools, any fancy ingredients. You need nothing but yourself. You can sit in front of the mirror, like I said, and use your finger. It's an extension of you. You know, that's your finger of power. Please look into it. And, you know, and if you don't have a wand, if you rather have something that you can physically hold in your hand, just find a stone. If you have a charm on a necklace that you really are attached to, you know, cleanse it, use it, you know, make something, you know, just put your love in it, put your heart in it. And while you're sitting there and you're getting your energy flowing, like I said, you'll get that sensation, so you'll know that it's starting to flow, things are starting to loosen up. You can pull some of this, you know, debris that you don't need, that's not serving you, and it's just, you know, getting in the way and stopping the flow up, slowing it down. And while you're doing that, you know, take a moment and look in the mirror and tell yourself, you know, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be happy. I'm going to be happy. I'm on my way to happiness. You know, and you don't have to say any specific thing. Just say what you feel. Say what you want. Say what you need, you know. If you feel like, you know, I need my joy back. I want my joy back. I am working to get my joy back. Just remember, speak as if you are in the process of doing these things. Speak as if you've already done these things. Never speak in the past tense and never waver. Never be unsure and be like, you know, I hope I get my joy back. You know, I'm trying to get my joy back. Don't do that. Don't. You'll sabotage yourself. And I do it myself, and I do it all the time. But my one and only that I always talk about, my twin flame, I'm so, so very blessed by the Goddess to have found him. He keeps me on track. And, you know, just, this is really off topic, but, you know, just something that if you find you're someone special, a way that you can know that they are your soulmate, your twin flame, if they love you, if they care anything at all for you, they will push you to do better. They will push you to be positive. They'll never, ever, you know, make you feel unsure or make you feel bad or scared or never. They will want you to find your joy. They will get out there and they will find your joy and drag it back to you if they have to, because they love you. If it's your twin flame, they are you, you know. It's your mirror image. It is the other half of your soul. And I just had to add that, you guys. Like I said, I do get off topic, but as you sit in front of that mirror and you're saying your affirmations, you've got your stones, you've got your incense, you're thinking of what can you do to have a release. And, you know, within, just say 10 or 15 minutes, you can have your joy back. So get up, do what you got to do, get your joy back, and be happy, because you deserve to be happy. We all do. And you guys, I've got to go. Much love, and as always, if you believe, you will receive. Bye, you guys.